Hi, I'm Tina Ann Middleton, author of the Forestville series. I'd like to welcome you today to the writing journey, where we inspire and encourage each other in the craft of writing. Today I'll be sharing with you a little more of my journey in self-publishing. We'll be right back. Now, I've mentioned before, and I'm going to say it again, I am not an expert in writing or self-publishing. I do have 4 books that I independently published on Amazon. Today, I'd like to share more with you about my journey in self-publishing. So we're going to start at the beginning. About 5 years ago, we had a little dog that we had to put down, Nikki. And to make myself feel better, I sat down and I wrote a few little stories about her, like how we got her and her tricks and some of her quirks. And I was just writing it, just for me. And my husband said, well, you can self-publish that on Amazon. And I started thinking, it's like, he may have created a monster there. So we fixed it all up and we released it as an ebook. While I was working on Nikki Dog, I got the idea of taking all of my poems and little essays and devotionals that I've written since I was 12 years old, and I put them together in a little book called Love and Grace. And we self-published that as an ebook. So, here I was brand new at this. And I made some mistakes. For one thing, I only did it as an ebook. Now, a year later, I wanted to do it as a print book, and I was thinking, they can just take it from the ebook and make it a print book. Nope. I had to do the whole process over again. Also, though, it wasn't really very good quality. The way I had it typed up, even the font I used, it just was not publishing quality. I look at those two as more a labor of love more than anything else. But I do hope one day to go back and redo them and make them look better. I've also been told by 2-3 people that I should take Nikki Dog and build on it more. So I'm not going to tell you when. Sometime in the future, I hope to release a second edition of Nikki Dog. So here we go. First time. I made some mistakes, but I tried to learn from them. Now, I've told my story before about how I had an idea for a novel, tried to give it to Lenora Worth. She said, no, Tina, you should write it. I wrote a paragraph, didn't like it, put it away. But I kept talking about it, and talking about it, and talking about it. And my husband says, just sit down and write some notes. Write an outline. And that got me started on Mistaken Target. So as I was writing, and especially as I got toward when I knew I was finishing the book, and I turned it over to my beta readers, and I had gotten this book by Steve Laub, and it tells about all these different agents and publishers, and I was trying to decide on, who I was going to try to submit to. And I kept seeing something about all these publishers. They wanted me to have a way I was going to market my book. And I'm thinking, isn't that what the publisher does? So we started thinking, maybe we should look at self-publishing, like we did with those first 2 books. Because now, I am not knocking conventional publishing. I bet there's a whole lot about that I still don't know. Like a whole lot that I don't know. But it just seemed like if they still wanted me to promote and market my own book, I might as well self-publish it. Plus, self-publishing gives me more control over my book. I have more say-so over what happens with that book, because that's my book. So we took the lessons learned from Nikki Dog and Love and Grace, and we started working to make Mistaken Target look more professional. For instance, my husband really knows his way around Adobe products. And so we put it in InDesign, and he tinkered with it and worked with it, and we worked on it together. And we made it look more professional, more like what you would see in a novel that you'd buy from the store. My husband also does graphic arts, computer graphics. It's kind of handy to have around, you know. And he designed the cover. He also designed the bookmarks. Have I given you a bookmark yet? Anyway, I do that to a lot of people. Have I given you one of my bookmarks yet? Now I'm getting to the point where people say, yeah, you already gave me one. But he designed that for me. Now, the second novel, Hidden Target, came a little easier. It took me 2 years to write Mistaken Target because I kept changing the first chapter. But I learned with Hidden Target, let me rephrase that. I learned with Mistaken Target, and that helped me with Hidden Target, the second book in the series. So that gave me my 2 books. Wow, we started, with Mistaken Target. We're getting ready to self-publish. There's so much to learn. Keyword phrases. And, some of you are probably nodding your head going, yeah, yeah. Others of you are shaking your head going, what? Keyword phrases are phrases that you put in on Amazon when you upload your book, that if people will type in something like that phrase, it'll make your book pop up. Now, it doesn't make just your book pop up. Any book that has those phrases, it comes up. So we had to learn about keyword phrases. Marketing and promotion, and this is one where we feel like babes in the woods, okay? But we use things like the bookmarks. I'm trying not to be obnoxious with them. Word of mouth, just telling people about the books. I'm trying not to be obnoxious with that either. Social media. Facebook, I have an author page, but see, we're learning how to do that author page. Twitter, YouTube, the writing journey. A part of this is to build my platform as an author. And let me pause here and tell you now, if you like what you're seeing on the writing journey, please subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell so that you get notifications of future videos. Be sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and my Amazon author page. There are other platforms that you can upload to. Now, we've uploaded to Kobo, and we've uploaded to Barnes & Noble. I'll be honest with you, we just haven't seen the sales there like we had hoped. We're still considering Ingram Spark. We're still looking at that. We've heard both good and bad there, so we just haven't done it yet. And I think at this point in time, we're kind of waiting for me to finish the 3rd book, and then we'll upload all 3 of them. Yeah, my husband's my technical guy. He's going to be busy. Yeah, I mean, we've just had too many irons in the fire. There were too many other things we were trying to do. It's like, well, we're going to upload to Ingram Spark, but we need to look at this, and we need to take care of that. But we are planning to use them. Like I said, probably when I finish the 3rd book, we get ready to upload it. We'll just do what we have in the series. Now, there are lots of other self-publishing platforms. I mean, my goodness, Google it. You'll find all kinds of self-publishing platforms. Some are called aggregate publishers. Please don't ask me what that means. I'm still learning. Self-publishing, independent publishing, it's kind of coming into its own now. Used to people called it vanity publishing. That's a different animal, actually. Independent publishers are starting to be recognized more and more. And it is a great way to get your story out there. Like I said, it gives me more control of my story, of my book, and what happens with it. So I know I still have so much to learn about self-publishing and the marketing and the promotion and the whole kit and caboodle. But I hope you'll join me as I'm learning. As I take this journey, it's part of my writing journey. And I'm going to keep writing. I hope you do too. Have a great week.